Whether you want to manifest your recipe for Christmas, for the summer holidays, or your birthday, Valentine's Day, whatever that is, if they haven't come back yet, or they have come back but then left again, the thing to remember is that you are the operant power. So if they aren't here yet, it's because you are creating some sort of barrier. Whatever you believe, it's whatever the external world is going to show to you. So this is probably your subconscious reliving some sort of past memory that has created a certain belief and is trying to protect you. But this also doesn't have to be like something very big and huge and something that, you know, is going to take ages to remove, or that the manifestation is going to take ages to happen. This could simply be that you really want like a very romantic get together and you believe that they are not the type to be very romantic. So now you have these two beliefs that are like fighting against each other and you don't really believe that is going to happen. If you don't know me, I'm Alex. I'm the manifestation coach that brings you all the results by combining EFT tapping and the law of assumption. So make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos, and let me know if there is anything that you would like to tap on so I can make a video around that as well. In today's video, I want to help you release any resistance in manifesting your recipe by a certain date. So I am going to be using Christmas because we are about 5-6 weeks. How has the year gone so fast? But we are about 5-6 weeks away from Christmas. But if you see this video later on, or you're not especially interested in Christmas because maybe you have other things planned and you want this to be your birthday or New Year's Eve or Valentine's Day or whenever, you can change Christmas by that specific date that you have in mind. Let's get started. As a reminder, we are going to be tapping on the forehead, the side of the eye, under the eye, the collarbone, and then you are going to squeeze your wrist and say peace. I am going to walk you through some pattern interrupts in between sequences so it helps the neuro pathways to change from what you were thinking to something different. So make sure that you do those. I am going to divide this tap along in 3 parts. The first part is going to be tapping about you, what you believe. The second part is going to be some surrogate tapping. If you haven't heard about surrogate tapping, you can check that video out. But we are going to tap on your recipes, feelings and emotions. And then the third part is going to be tapping along with some affirmations so you can fill the gaps that you have created by clearing resistance and fill them with positive affirmations that are going to help you in your manifestation. When it comes to the law of assumption, it's so important to remember that whatever you live in the 3D is just a reflection of your beliefs. So whenever you change those beliefs, the 3D is going to reflect those new beliefs. It's like an echo. It is just going to show whatever you believe to be true about yourself and your place in the world. And doesn't that lift a weight off your shoulders? Because it means that you can change it with whatever you want. If you don't like it, you can change it. You are no longer a victim of the external world, of the external circumstances. I want you to start by thinking of you spending Christmas with your recipe. Close your eyes, feel it, see it, smell it, touch their face. Bring all of the senses into this moment, all of the emotions. You are so happy, so content. Then tune in with yourself. What beliefs have you got in this moment? The you that is living this moment, the you that has their recipe, adoring them over the holidays. What beliefs have they got? Maybe you truly believe that you are so loved, that you are so worthy of all these presents, that you are so valued, that you are so prioritized because they are spending the day with you. and not anyone else. Just you. All their attention is on you. Then open your eyes and write all of these beliefs. Write them all down. If you need to pause this video, do that, and then we'll get into those beliefs. As you start reading through this list of all of the beliefs and all the thoughts that you have, the you that has your SP over Christmas, which ones feel a bit sticky? Which ones feel a bit like, oh, they're not really true, this doesn't really feel like me? It might not necessarily be like, this isn't me, but it might just feel a bit like, I don't know. It just feels kind of sticky. That is going to show you the beliefs that you do not have. The you that already has the SP believes certain things that the you in this present time doesn't necessarily have. What are they? Mark those up, because those are the ones that we are going to want to tap on. If there is any memory that comes up, write that down as well. This can be that you feel like you are not loved because your SP told you 3 months ago that they don't love you. So bring that memory up. And again, write it down. So you now have a list of all of the beliefs that you don't currently have, but the version of you that has your SP has. And along with all of those beliefs that you don't have, you have some memories attached to those. I want you to put it in order of prioritization, the one that feels the stronger, the most intense. I want you to start with that. So let yourself feel it very strongly, and then we start tapping. On the forehead, all of these feelings, they said they didn't love me. I am too much for them. Side of the eye, I let it all go. It was all just a misunderstanding, so I can let it all go. Under the eye, maybe I have the power to change all of these beliefs. Maybe I truly am the operant power of my life. Because I know that I am so loved and so valued, and I have always been loved and valued. Collarbone. So I let all of these worry, all of this anxiety, all of these feelings, I let it all go. I let it all fully and completely go. And I remove it from every cell of my being. It's just gone. Squeeze your wrist to take a deep breath in, say peace. And now I want you to think back to your favorite comedy film. What is the funniest scene in that movie that really makes you laugh every single time, even though you have seen it a million times? And when you are ready, go back to the same memory. Bring up all of the emotions to the surface again. Let yourself feel it. If there's any smells, if there's any noise, voice that you hear, let yourself feel it and see it and everything. Let it come to the surface as much as possible. And then we tap again. The forehead. I choose to believe that I can have what I want. I can spend Christmas with my SP, and my birthday with my SP, and New Year's Eve, and every trip and holiday that I want, because I know that I am worthy of their love. Side of the eye. I let all of these fears and beliefs go. They no longer serve me. I am worthy of the most amazing relationship, and nothing will stop that. They absolutely adore me. How could they not? Under the eye. So I let it all go. Thank you, brain, for creating these beliefs to protect me from the past, but that is no longer needed. The past does not exist, and I now write my own story, not you. Collarbone. And my story is this beautiful reunion with my SP that adores me and has always adored me. So I let all of this go. All the anxiety, the worry, the fear of not being wanted, I let it all go, because of course I am wanted. How could I not be wanted? I am amazing. Squeeze your wrist, take a deep breath in. Say peace. Now I want you to imagine that you are in a theatre. And this memory is playing on a screen or playing on the stage, like a play. Then it slowly starts snowing, and the whole cast of Happy Feet, all of the little dancing penguins, come onto the stage, and they're all dancing and tapping on the floor, and all this snow is kind of growing. And it turns out the little Cindy, the penguin, has been sprinkling powdered soap instead of the fake snow that she thought she was sprinkling. And with all of these penguins tapping along, the foam is just building and building and building, and it is everywhere on the stage and everywhere on the seats and the theatre, and everything is covered in soap. And it is just pure chaos on that stage, and you can't stop laughing. Then the penguins slowly start leaving the stage, and the foam is all clearing. And the memory is like completely different. It's like it's not the same memory. It's completely changed. Because now the memory has changed to you spending Christmas with your SP. And it is wonderful. And it smells amazing. And you feel so content and so happy and so relaxed and calm. Squeeze your wrist to take a deep breath in. Come back to the same memory once again. See if there's anything that is lingering there, any emotion that is still intense, bring it up to the surface. And we'll tap again. The forehead, whatever is left, I release and let it all go. I put my self-concept through the penguin wash, and I have now cleared all the beliefs that didn't serve me. Side of the eye. So whatever is still lingering, I can fully let it go. Under the eye. I don't need it because I am now a new person. I fully let go of my past. Collarbone. And I know I have always been chosen and prioritized and loved. I choose to let it all go and enjoy and feel how loved I am and I have always been. Squeeze your wrist, take a deep breath in. Say peace. Go through this sequence again for any beliefs that have come up until everything feels very neutral. You might need to do this a few times, that is fine, but it is going to clear all of those beliefs, to change all of those and rewire your neural pathways. So instead of reacting a certain way, you're going to react a different way that is going to be more positive to manifesting the things that you want. You basically don't want to feel any strong emotional charge, negative emotional charge, with any of the memories that you have, with any of the beliefs that you had before. And then we move into changing your SP, which isn't actually changing your SP. It's like what I was saying earlier, whatever you see is just a reflection of your beliefs. So by changing your beliefs about yourself and your beliefs that you have about your SP, they are going to change in that sense, because they are going to reflect what you believe. Because at the end of the day, they are just like a character in your book, in your story. You get to make them be whoever you want them to be that fits with your beliefs. Because you are the operant power and you have the power to change whatever you believe, and that changes the story completely, the external world completely. So surrogate tapping works because it really helps you uncover things that you might have not noticed yourself, but that you see reflected on them. So if they say, I don't love you, you have a belief that they don't love you, and you probably also have a belief that maybe you are not worthy of that love. So we do the surrogate tapping and then change all of that, as if by magic. So imagine where they are right now. That can be at the gym, it can be at home, it can be at work, on their bed, whatever it is. And you are them. So they are there thinking about you. What are they thinking? What are they feeling? Maybe they think that you were so unreasonable, that you were so needy, too much, too emotional. Maybe they are angry or disappointed or sad. Or maybe they feel like they can't give you what you want and need for whatever reason. Again, put this on a list so you don't forget any of these. And then you go through each of those with the sequence that we are going to do. So choose the first one, let it come to the surface, let yourself feel it, feel everything that comes with it. If there is a specific memory, go to that memory. And when you are ready, we'll tap again on the forehead. All of these emotions, how exhausting. They really annoyed me. They hurt me, and I just can't get past that. But maybe I can let it go. So I choose to let it go. Side of the eye, maybe I can actually get past it and forgive and forget. It is always my choice. So I choose to let it all go. Under the eye, I don't need all of this, so I let it go completely. It's really not needed, and it's taking so much of my emotional space and time. So I let it go. Collarbone, I let it all go. I let it all go, like the clouds on a windy day on the sky. I just let it go. Squeeze your wrist, take a deep breath in. And now imagine that you are getting a really big hug from your SP. They are in front of you, they're smiling, they come up, they give you a big hug, and you feel yourself relaxing in this hug. You are surrounded by golden light, and it's kind of going all around you. And as this light is really surrounding you and taking everything, you both feel so relaxed, so calm, so content. Like everything is just perfect in this moment. And then they smile and they say, I love you. So come back to it and go back to the same memory. All of that feeling, that emotion, that thought, that belief, the memory, whatever it was that you started tapping at the beginning. And just to remind you, this is you as them. Like you are your SP right now. And let yourself feel all of this very strongly, very intensely, as much as possible. And then we tap again. Ugh, I am so over this. It is time to fully let it go. I don't want it. All of the hurt, the anger, all the anxiety and the pain, all the worry, all the feelings that I am not good enough or lovable enough, side of the eye, that I am hard to love or incapable of being in a relationship. I feel suffocated, under the eye, but maybe I don't have to feel this way. Maybe I can let it go. In fact, I choose how I feel, and right now, I choose to feel loved and happy and so worthy of love. Collarbone, so I can let all of this go completely, fully and completely, from every cell of my being, from anywhere in the past. I just let it go. I let it all go. Squeeze your wrist to take a deep breath in. And now shake your hands really, really, really fast. Your hands, your legs. Shake your body as much as possible. Any remainings of this feeling, you just let it go by shaking it off. And now I want you to imagine a zebra that is wanting to dress up as Santa Claus. But he has never seen Santa Claus before. He only knows that he dresses in red and white. So he has found some things that are red and he's wearing them all. Like a very ornate red hat with a white feather. And he thinks, well, it's red and white, so surely this is Santa enough. And he also found this red sequined coat. And he thinks, well, it's red, so it must be Santa. And he's going all the way to see his friends. And they're all like wondering, what are you dressed as? This was a Christmas party. And he said, but I'm dressed as Santa. So all of his friends laughing, they just show him a picture of Santa. And he realizes his mistake. And they are all laughing so hard. There are all of these tears everywhere. Let yourself feel all of this craziness that just happened to the poor zebra. So come back to it. And now I want you to notice if there is anything left over from this memory. If there is, go back to it. If it still feels intense, go back and do the sequence again. If it isn't, then move on to the next thing on the list and do this sequence until all of the things that you have written on your list have gone down massively. You shouldn't feel any strong emotion to any of those things. If you go back to being your SP, it should feel very neutral. It should feel like full of love and full of like great feelings because you have cleared all of those things inside of you. So now for part 3, we are going to finish off with some affirmation tapping. So for this, I want you to bring up all of the good emotions, the good feelings and beliefs that you uncovered when you were in the initial visualization of you spending Christmas with your SP. The you that already is spending Christmas with your SP, what do they believe? What do they feel? What is the norm for them? Write it all down and create some affirmations around it. And then tap those in. Because now that you have cleared a lot of the neural pathways before, you want to recreate them, but with the right feelings, the right emotions, the right beliefs. So when you have that list, tap with your affirmations, but I'm gonna give you some examples in this round. So we tap on the forehead. I am so loved. I am so taken care of. Side of the eye. I love being in a relationship with SP. I have always been chosen and prioritized. Under the eye. I feel so good and safe with myself and with my SP. I feel so good and safe being completely myself with you. Collarbone. You love me exactly as I am. I have always been put on a pedestal by myself and by SP. I always feel so confident in myself and in my relationships. Squeeze your wrist, take a deep breath in. Go back to that visualization where you are spending Christmas with your SP. Let yourself feel all of the emotions. If there is any smells like cinnamon buns and hot chocolate, or maybe the Christmas tree smells like pine trees. I love that smell. Let yourself be in that scene. Any smells, any noises, anything. What do you see? What do you feel? What can you touch? Maybe it's their face. Maybe it's some gift. Maybe you're holding your phone to take a picture. Let yourself be completely taken over by all of these good emotions and feelings. And come back to this visualization as much as possible. The more you see it, the more your subconscious is going to be like, oh, this is already happening, so they're going to recreate it again. I hope this video was useful for you. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and make sure that you like and subscribe. It really helps when you do that because it makes other people find out about these videos and learn about manifesting with EFT, which is absolutely life-changing. And I will see you in the next video.